Mila has traveled in cabin with me every single flight we've taken for the last 2 years. So today, I'm going to take you through step by step of the exact process I take every single time I book a flight to ensure Mila can come on the plane with me. Now first, make sure your cat is cozy and doesn't have a care in the world while you do all the work. Cozy, check. Next, I'm gonna get on my computer and find a flight. The next thing I'm going to do is find a flight. I go over to Skyscanner. I'm always looking for the cheapest flight, so let's start there. So I am flying from Larnaca here in Cyprus to Rome on the 2nd of April. Let's see what we have. We have Aegean. Wizz Air is cheap, but I know for a fact Wizz Air does not allow pets on their planes. Aegean, what do we have? $190. Sky Express, $145. It's a little bit quicker on Aegean, but we only have 50 minutes to connect in the airport. And I know I'm gonna have to do some sort of customs or like checking Mila back into the Schengen zone. So I don't think 50 minutes is gonna be enough. Like I said, I know Wizz Air, 11 hours is quite long and they don't let pets on. Let's check Sky Express. So 7 a.m., 2 hours in the Athens airport makes me feel a little more comfortable. Next, let's see if Sky Express is pet friendly. So I actually created the searchable database using Lovable AI so I could have a resource to search for pet policies quickly. And I'm really happy to share this resource. Still working on it a little bit, but I'm hoping if it benefits me as someone who's traveling with their cat, maybe it'll benefit you too. So let's search for Sky Express. Okay, Sky Air Express, they are pet friendly. They allow dogs and cats in cabin. Combined weight of pet carrier, 8 kilograms, that's fine. 35 to 65 euro. Let's check out their official pet policy, just to make sure that all the information is correct. So they are pet friendly. Reservation 24 hours, check-in counter an hour before. Let's have a quick look at the requirements. Okay, so the biggest thing you're gonna come up against when you're looking to travel with your pet in cabin is the carrier requirements. So you wanna make sure that you are meeting the exact requirements that the airline specifies. So here, 55, 40, 20, soft case preferable. Mila has a soft case. It's much smaller than 55, 40, 20. I know that. But there's space for her to move around. Place under the seat, that's all right. Clean, healthy, harmless, odorless, not pregnant, not disturbing other passengers. We cover all of those things, and under 8 kilos. So Mila weighs between 4 and 5 kilos, and that carrier that she has is like a half of a kilo. So we're okay there. Let's go ahead and book this flight. Oh, one way. Yes, there it is. Okay. 134 euro. That's all right for a one-way a couple days before. Now, because of who I am as a person, I have to add lots of extra bags and everything. So I always book whatever the highest economy ticket is. It also usually allows me to change things up, lets me bring a ton of bags. So let's say cabin check bag. That looks good. I'm going to put my information in. Okay, next we're coming to the services page. So hopefully Sky Express lets me book her ticket online. Extra baggage, overweight baggage, priority, traveling with pets and animals. So let's add. So I'm going to add her and it is 65 euro for this flight specifically. Love when they let you book online. Sometimes you have to call the contact center and like who knows how long that's gonna take. So I have added Mila and I'm going to go ahead and complete our booking. Once I have the pet booking done for this specific trip, because I'm traveling within the European Union, I won't have to do anything else until 2 days before travel. But there's been lots of situations where we had to start our paperwork process long before 48 hours before the flight. So double check your airline, any borders that you're crossing to make sure that you're getting health certificates, import-export documents, all of that stuff. But for this flight specifically, again, 48 hours before travel. So we'll pick up then. It's 48 hours before our flight, and the next phase of the preparations for our trip have begun. Let's pull up our airline website and we'll go through the requirements quick. The first thing I see here is that we must present her health booklet for inspection. So this morning, we met with Mila's vet and we made sure that her pet passport was up to date. So within this booklet, we have her microchip, her rabies vaccination, her internal parasite treatment, her external parasite treatment, and then a clinic examination sign off that says that she is healthy and ready to fly. So that should cover us within the European Union. Obviously, always check within your own airline, their import and export offices to make sure that you have all the correct paperwork. But for this flight, I think we're good to go. Next, I want to talk about carrier restrictions. So to be able to bring Mila in cabin on Sky Air Express, her carrier plus her have to be under 8 kilos. Are you ready to go? Mila weighs about 5 kilos. This bag, I think, is maybe half a kilo, so I know we're well underweight there. Also, to bring her in cabin with me, her carrier must measure 55 by 40 by 20 centimeters. I know this bag is good, but let's measure it again just to be sure. Oh my goodness, what a helpful girl you are. This bag measures in at 38 by 24 by 20 centimeters, which is well below the maximum size restriction. But always double check your bag size just to be sure, because every airline is a little bit different. So even if you think it's gonna be small enough, highly recommend just measuring it just to be safe. Hey, are you playing? She said, Mom, we're playing. Quit doing stuff, we're playing. We're playing. So as far as our pre-travel preparations are concerned, that's pretty much it. Double checking the bag size, checking the weight, making sure we've met all the airline pet requirements. So we will catch up with you very early in the morning on the day we travel. Boop. Tonight before we leave for Italy, and I am packing up all of Mila and I's stuff, I wanted to show you what I bring in Mila's in-cabin travel bag that helps make our day a little bit easier on her. So first off, inside her bag, I put her blankets. She sleeps in these all of the time, so they smell like her. She's comfortable in them. I put this one on the bottom, and then I cover her with this blanket. That way she's warm and cozy in her bag. I also add a couple of her toys, her octopus, her fish on a string, and the sock toy that I made in the free toy video. Again, just little comfort items for her. Outside of that, I make sure I have her documents and her passports ready, and then her supply bag. So in here we have calmantes. These are natural calming treats for cats. I always give her one of these when we are traveling. I have paper towels and animal wipes. She did throw up on a plane one time, but it was my fault because I didn't pull her food early enough. So I learned my lesson, and now I keep paper towels and wipes on me when we are in transit. Packet of food, just in case we get a super delay somewhere and she needs to eat. Collapsible water bowl, Feel Away Classic spray. I always spray this on our blankets on the days we travel. I don't know if it really works or not. I don't see a massive difference whether I spray it or not, but I figure I have it, can't hurt to spray it. And of course, a couple of churus, our bag ID card, and then I guess a random piece of plastic she was playing with earlier. So all of that will come with us in cabin on the plane. So we'll see you guys bright and early, or dark and early tomorrow morning.
Hey Mila, wanna go to Italy?
Good morning from the Larnaca Airport. We are heading over to check-in. Know what we'll do to ensure that Mila can come in the cabin with me. Make sure I have her EU pet passport readily available. She is in her bag now. Hi, baby. She is sleepy, so I will give them my passport, her passport, and then they'll weigh her bag, they'll tag it, and then we should be able to go through security. So let you know how it goes on the other side. We're all checked in and I have our boarding passes. They didn't even weigh her, they just asked me how much she weighed. And that was it. Some airlines will provide you with like a little tag for their bag to say like, oh, this is a pet traveling, this one didn't. But they checked my pet passport and said, okay, you're good to go. So let's get through security and get on this flight. We are through security in record time. I think I've been in this airport for all of 18 minutes, and we checked our bag in, went through customs, went through security, and found a faraway handicap bathroom that we could just kind of chill in before our flight. It is pin drop quiet in this airport, which is such a relief because I think it helps keep me calm before our flight. Usually what I'll do for about 20 minutes before our flight is find a faraway handicap bathroom. So that gives her a little time to stretch her legs and hopefully use her litter box before our first flight. This is the first time she's ever used her litter box at the airport. I'm so relieved. Just the thought of her like having to hold it for so long. Oh.
Good girl, Mila. Yay, Mila.
We are on the plane to Athens. Mila's in her bag. So we have 2 flights today. The first one is up to Athens, and the second one is from Athens to Rome. So we'll have 2 in-cabin experiences. This plane certainly isn't full though, so hopefully we'll have the whole road to ourselves. That will be quite nice. But so far, Mila is doing fine. She's a seasoned traveler. This is like her 12th flight, so she kind of knows what to expect. I kind of know what to expect, but there's always curveballs. So my plan is during like takeoff and landing, obviously to keep her in her bag. But then hopefully while we're in the air, she can sit up on my lap, or at least in her bag on my lap. We'll see. The flight attendant was a little like, put your cat under the seat. So she might be on to me. But again, I think if she's in the bag, she'll be okay. Okay, we are on the ground in Athens. Our first flight went really well. Mila sat in her bag the entire time, sat on my lap during the flight. During takeoff and landing, she was under the seat, but she's doing really good. We're going to hopefully rush through immigration, get her checked into Greece really quickly, and get to our next flight. Fingers crossed we have a little bit of time to get Mila in the bathroom and have a chance to use her litter box again before our flight to Rome. So we'll catch up with you hopefully before we're on the next plane. We are through immigration, through customs. Mila's EU pet passport worked perfectly. Back through security and waiting for our next flight. Mila is in her bag. I'm not going to get her out because she prefers to be in the bag when we're in the airport. But before we board our next flight, I have to tell you guys the craziest thing that just happened. So we're through security again, have about an hour until our flight. And I figure, okay, what a great time to get Mila's litter box out. So I do what I always do. And I find a far away handicap bathroom. This airport just happens to be like 2 floors. So into the bottom floor, corner, nobody there, super quiet. Find a handicap bathroom, go in. Put her litter box down, put the litter in. She's kind of walking around the space a bit. All of a sudden, I just hear banging on the door. Bang, 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 bang. And I'm like, what's happening? Like, is there like a fire or something, you know? So I'm like, one moment, you know. I open this door and this woman who like is maybe working in the facilities, maybe she's helps clean or something. She starts screaming at me and pointing at the handicap thing and screaming at me and pointing. And I'm like, ma'am, give me a moment. Like, it's okay. I said, is someone waiting? And she said, no. And just started screaming in Greek. And I was just like, okay, give me a moment. And I packed Mila up and we leave. And I'm having like a conflicting thought about it. Because on one hand, she's correct. I do not need to be using that bathroom. But on the other hand, there's nowhere for me to take Mila. I intentionally go far away from a busy area, so there's no one else that could possibly need to use that bathroom at that time. And I don't know how I feel, because it's like, what is my other option? Like, the stalls in the bathroom, the space is too big. She could just climb right under. There's no pet relief area. They have family bathrooms, but those are kind of the same. I literally just saw a guy go into the handicap till I just sprint in there. But then it's also like, you can't assume, you know, who needs to use that and who doesn't. So it was just a weird moment, but was not expected. So she did not go between our flights. Obviously, she was horrified. I was horrified. But she did go before we boarded our flight in Larnaca. So I think she'll be all right until we get to Rome. But it looks like we are boarding now. So we're going to get on this plane, get over to Rome. Fingers crossed for another good in-cabin flight with sweet baby Mila. We are on flight 2. Pretty rainy outside, so I'm hoping it's not a super bumpy ride. My plan for Mila in cabin on this flight is the same as it was in the last one. Keep her in her bag and under the seat during takeoff and landing. And then when we're in the air, she can sit in her bag on my lap. That seems to make people here happy. And then that way, like, the flight attendants don't have to worry about like telling me that she can't come out of her bag. I know people are just doing their jobs, you know, and I don't want to cause problems with that. So she seems to be happy in the bag on my lap. That's what we're going to do. Let's get to Rome. We are on the ground in Rome. Another good flight. Mila did amazing. Slept the whole flight. She's panting a little bit during the landing, but it was a little up and down, but she's okay now. So we're going to get over to our Airbnb and then we'll recap our travel day and give you our final tips for in-cabin travel. We are in our Airbnb in Rome. Obviously, we had a very long travel day, but I felt like Mila did really well. So to recap, a few final tips of bringing your cat in cabin with you while you're traveling. Always check the airline to make sure they're pet friendly. Check your carrier requirements, check your weight requirements, check your health certificate requirements, any specifics for the airline or if you're crossing a border. Make sure that your cat's carrier is comfortable for them. Get to the airport early, get all of your documents organized, and enjoy your trip. I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below. Happy to answer anything. And I hope that you can get out and travel with your kitty cat soon. Okay guys, that's all for this time. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you really soon. Sorry, bye. I'm sorry, bye. Bye guys.